Hi guys, my name's Cody, and this is our virtual sample. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the Imagine game. If you have a little look at the booklet that should have been posted out to you guys for our summer camp, we're going to be looking at exercise 5. Okay, so this is in the 5 to 8-year-old section, and if you look up the top here, it says exercise 5 along the top of the page. Okay, so we'll have little movements of me and Sharif acting out animals. So here we've got a bird, flamingo, crab, a bunny, an elephant, and a frog. Okay, so today I'm going to read you a little story. Okay, so I want you guys to go and get a glass of water, hydrated, leave it at the side, and then I want you to come and sit down and be prepared to listen. Okay, so I want you to get your thinking caps on. I want you to use your imagination today when we read through the story, and we're going to act out some movements. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a little minute just to go and get some water and to get set up for our activity, okay? So yeah, give you 2 minutes to go and do that. Okay, I'll give you another couple of seconds just to go and get that. Set the water somewhere that we're not going to knock it over or make a mess, okay? So the book that we're going to read today, it's about a little tiger, okay? And the little tiger goes through the jungle. So along his way in the jungle, he meets some friends who he's going to interact with and he's going to lend a little hand, okay? So while I'm reading through the story, I want you guys at home to imagine that you're in the story helping this little tiger to get through the jungle, okay? So the main thing about this little tiger is that he really doesn't want to go to bed, okay? So I'm sure it's the same as a lot of you guys at home that you don't want to go to bed at nighttime, and mom and dad has a struggle to get little tiger into bed, which I'm sure is exactly the same for you guys. So I'm assuming that you'll have a glass of water to keep us hydrated. So if any time through the activity you feel like you need to stop, get a little drink, you can do, okay? So the book is called Little Tiger, I Don't Want to Go to Bed, okay? So the little tiger is called Mika. So let's read through it. So the little tiger was very naughty, and it didn't like going to bed. So every single night, Mummy Tiger said, bedtime, little tiger. And the little tiger would say, but I don't want to go to bed. So little tiger wouldn't let Mummy Tiger clean his face or clean his paws before bedtime. So one night, Mummy Tiger lost her temper when little tiger said, I don't want to go to bed. So Mummy Tiger said, all right, you can stay up all night then. He couldn't believe his luck, the little tiger. So he scampered off into the jungle for Mummy Tiger before Mummy Tiger could change her mind. Okay? So for you guys at home, I'm sure this probably happens to you quite a lot where mum wants you to go to bed. Can you imagine mum turned around and said, okay, you don't have to go to bed. So this is what happened to little lion today. So, or little tiger, we're going to help little tiger go around the jungle. Okay, so on the first night, little tiger went to visit his best friend called Little Lion. So when he arrived, Little Lion was having his ears washed because it was bedtime. So Daddy Lion growled and said, hey, what are you doing around the jungle? Why aren't you in bed? Little Tiger replied, I don't want to go to bed. So Little Tiger skipped off into the jungle before Daddy Lion could wash his ears too. So along the way, Little Tiger bumped into another friend of his. This was a little bird, okay? So the little bird came to him and asked him, Little Tiger, what are you doing awake? Why are you still awake at this time? So think of the different movements that a bird and a tiger would have, okay? So think of a little tiger going through the jungle when you're with him. He might be on his hands and his paws, crawling through the jungle, okay? So if you look at our little booklets, we have a movement for you to complete at home, okay? So as you can see, there's a little bird here. What we want you to do is to get really big arms and we want you to flap around your house, okay? So I'm going to give you a minute to flap around the house, okay? If you have upstairs, downstairs, I want you to get moving around the house, okay? So watch you don't bump into things, watch you don't hurt yourself. After you've done that, we'll come back, we'll sit down and we'll read the next bit of the story, okay? So off you go, guys. Flap your wings like a bird around your house. Okay, guys, we'll give you 10 more seconds, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come and sit yourselves down again. And we'll go through the next bit of the story, okay? So don't remember, guys, this is all about using your imagination. So we want you to imagine at home that you're in the jungle, that your house is the jungle, okay? So the first friend that he met was Little Lion. Then he met the bird. Now he's going to go from visiting Little Lion to visiting the second friend, okay? So Little Tiger decided it was time to visit his second best friend, Little Hippo. So he went and he found him splashing in the river, having a bit of fun before bedtime in the bath. So it's bedtime, bellowed Daddy Hippo. Why are you still up? Little Tiger said, I don't want to go to bed. And he scurried off into the jungle again before Daddy Hippo could give him a bath too. So after he's ran off into the jungle, he's bumped into another friend, okay? This time, again, another friend was in the water. So this friend was a little flamingo. So I want you to look back into your pack again, guys, if you can. It's this little booklet. And I want you to look across beside the bird. We have a flamingo, okay? So I'll just show you on the camera. It's this one here, okay? So as you can see, you guys at home, you can do this on either leg, okay? So if you ever see a flamingo, you stand on one leg like this, okay? So I want you guys to try and do this at home and see if you can balance for 20 seconds, okay? So give it a go. I'm going to do it with you. If you are struggling with balance, okay, you can lift your opposite arm and you can hold your ear. This helps to balance, okay? Or some of you might just want to keep your hands out, pretend it's the wings of a flamingo. Either way is fine, guys, okay? So we're aiming for 20 seconds. This is hard, don't worry. So I got my 20 seconds. I'll give you another couple of seconds at home, guys. Okay, so I hope everybody was acting out their flamingo poses at home. And I hope you all got your 20 seconds. If you haven't, don't worry about it. We can practice and we can get better, okay? So the next part of the story, sit yourselves down again. So you might want to get a little break and have a little drink while I'm reading the story, okay, before our next exercise. So we've been through two best friends so far. I met a few people along the way. So Little Elephant was Little Tiger's third best friend, okay? So he went to visit him. Next, Little Elephant was out, not playing, in his bed, listening to his bedtime story, unlike Little Tiger, who was going through the forest when he shouldn't have been. It's bedtime, trumpeted Mummy Elephant. Why are you still up? She asked Little Tiger. He replied, I don't want to go to bed. And he bounced off into the jungle before Mummy Elephant could put him to bed. So along the way, firstly, before we bounced off, in our pack we've got another one. We've got an elephant, okay? So below our pack it says, get that trunk swinging around like an elephant. All right. So I want you guys to act this out at home before we go on to the next part of the story. All right. So if I was acting on an elephant, I wouldn't be up, standing up tall. I would be down quite low. Yeah. And I would have a big trunk, which I would flap around as I move. So I want you guys to move around your house as if you were an elephant. Okay. If you want to give yourself a tail, you can. Or if you just want to have a trunk, it's up to you guys. So yeah, pretend you are move around the house, all right, and concentrate on your movements, acting like an elephant. Use your imagination. I know you've seen lots of this before, so I'm going to give 30 seconds just to go and do that, guys. Give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, well done, guys. So everybody come back down, sit down, and listen to the next part of the story. So after being scurried off by a mummy elephant, little Tiger had to go on his journey in the middle of the night, not many people about, and he bumped into some other little friend that he's seen in the water. Okay, this time the little friend was trying to get some food. He was having a little midnight snack, and the animal that he bumped into was a frog. All right, so little Tiger went to talk to the frog, and he thought it was quite strange the way the frog moved, because the elephant, like we said, moved around on all fours, and it moved quite slowly. Okay, it didn't jump, it kind of walked. So this time we're going to act out, like it says in your packs, we're going to act out what it's like to be a frog. So this is at the bottom right picture. All right, as you can see, we've got a little picture here. I'm just going to show you now, guys. So what we want you to do at home is to get those legs bending and leap like a frog 10 times. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what way I imagine a frog to leap. Okay, so as you can see, frogs usually sit like this, don't they, before they jump? And if I was acting out a frog and jumping around my house, I would want to try and stay on my toes. Okay, we're not going to try and go flat-footed. We're going to try and bounce on our toes. All right. So you need to really concentrate on bending your knees so you don't hurt yourself, guys. All right. So we want you to try and do 10 bounces, okay, like a frog around your house. Okay. So give it a go now, and we'll meet back in. I think we'll give you 30 seconds to go and do that. So off you go, guys. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 more seconds just to do that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come and sit yourself down again, guys. So far, we've had quite a lot of animals. We've had a bird, we've had a lion, we've had a flamingo, we've had a hippo, an elephant, a frog, and now we're going to go on to the next friend of the little tigers. All right. So, little tiger thought he would go off and he would find little monkey, his 4th best friend. Okay. So he's met a lot of people along the way, but he's only really met 4 of his friends. Okay. He's bumped into a few accidentally. But he found Mummy Monkey first on the way to find his 4th best friend. So she put her finger to her lips and whispered, "Shh, little monkey's fast asleep." "Why are you still up, little tiger?" she said. He said, "I don't want to go to bed," he whispered back quickly. So he tiptoed off into the jungle before Mummy made him fall asleep. Okay? So guys, if you're at home, I want you to tip top off into the jungle, okay? Just like little Tiger would. So, as little Tiger was tiptoeing away from Mummy Monkey, the next person that he bumped into along his journey through the jungle was a bunny rabbit. Okay, so we have a little bunny rabbit in our pack. I'll show you quickly. So the little bunny rabbit is here. As you can see, this is how I pictured a bunny rabbit to look. Okay, but guys, you don't have to do what I'm showing you at home. You can interpret whatever way you want. All right, want you to use your imagination and you just decide which way you think a bunny rabbit would move. So I'm just going to show you mine. Okay, my impression of what a bunny rabbit would look like is I would picture him either to be bent knees again like last time, okay? And bunny rabbits do the same thing as frogs. They get around by hopping, like jumping, don't they? So you can do this with your hands and your feet on the ground, where you can hop, okay? Or you can pretend you're a little bunny rabbit on the back feet, all right? And you can make their ears or you can make their arms, okay? So I want you guys to try and hop around your house, nice big space if you can, and see if you can hop like a bunny rabbit 20 times at home, okay? So concentrate on your knees, not hurting yourself. But again, really imagine you are a bunny rabbit, guys, in the jungle, going around with little Tiger, helping him on his venture. Okay, so I'm going to give you, I think I'll give you a minute to do this because this one's slightly harder, okay? So up you go, 20 bunny hops, whichever way you interpret or the way that I've shown you, okay? So off you go. All right, well done, everybody at home. I hope you've all got your 20 hops in. After you've done that, come back, get yourself a little drink, sit down, and we'll tell you the next thing that we're going to do in our jungle activity. All right? So after bumping into the bunny along his way, little Tiger went off into the forest again, okay? And as he done so, he noticed a noise, and the noise sounded like something clicking together, okay? So so little Tiger, being very inquisitive like he is, he moved closer to the sounds. And as he moved closer, the clicking got louder and louder and louder, okay? Until the last animal appeared, okay? He seen it was a crab, okay? So what he heard was the crab's claws clicking together, okay? So on our pack, I'm always referring back to the pack, guys, so just have this beside you for when I do, all right? So, as you can see down here, we've got a crab just here, all right? And this is how my crabs walk. So my challenge for you is to help little Tiger try and walk like a crab, okay? So he needs you guys to show him how to do it because he is a tiger. He doesn't know, and you just have to use your imagination at home. All right, so I'm going to show you what my impression of a crab's walk is. You guys at home can do the same, or if you want to add little variations, you can. Okay, so my version of a crab's walk would be like this. All right, and as you know, crabs can't walk back and forth. They can only walk sideways, okay? So yeah, I'm showing you this way. They only move side to side, don't they? Or If you want to try a different type of crab, you have your arms up like a crab, okay? And you can walk side to side, all right? So always concentrate on bending your knees. But off you go, guys. I'm going to give you a minute. For whatever way you interpret it, imagine you're in the jungle, you're with little Tiger, and you're going through helping him get through the jungle safely at nighttime while he's bumping into his friends, okay? So off you go, guys. I'm going to give you another minute to do that, and then we're going to come back on the next part of the story. So off you go. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come and sit yourselves down again. So, little Tiger's been on quite a journey so far, going through the jungle, bumping into his friends, and unexpected friends through the way. All right, so I'm going to read you the last bit now. So, sit yourself down, listen, have a little drink. So, little Tiger didn't know where to go next. It was the first time he'd been on his own in the jungle so late, even though the sun had gone to bed. Suddenly, it seemed very dark. What was that? Little Tiger said. I looked up and saw that two very yellow eyes were staring back at me. Okay. The eyes belonged to Bush Baby. Shouldn't you be in bed? The Bush Baby said. I don't want to go to bed, Little Tiger said. The Little Tiger said it bravely. So why is it that you only want to go to bed whenever the sun rises, Little Tiger? Coming to bed in lovely sunshine is very hard for me, explained the Bush Baby. So Little Tiger thought to himself, is it really such a good idea if the Bush Baby stays up all night and likes going to bed during the day? Is it smart for him to stay up all night and then sleep during the day when he's an animal that sleeps or is awake during the day? Okay, so Little Tiger shivered at the thought of this, about how cold and dark it was at nighttime in the jungle, and he thought, this isn't for me. So I'm going to take you home, said Bush Baby. Your mummy and daddy will be worried about you. And I don't want to go home, Little Tiger said. I don't want to go to bed. So does the tiger, but he didn't want to be left alone in the dark either. So the Little Tiger followed the Bush Baby through the jungle on his way home. He was glad of her big bright eyes to show him the way back. So if you know, nocturnal animals have really bright eyes to help them see at nighttime, okay? So a Bush Baby have these eyes. And like I said, they're nocturnal animals. So this is how it helps them move about. So yeah, with the help of the nocturnal eyes of the Bush Baby, Little Tiger helped go on his way home. So on the way home, Little Tiger, sleepily dragging his paws across the ground after the long journey that he's had during the day, said, there you are, Mummy Tiger, just in time for it. So the Little Tiger then said, I don't want anyone's Little Tiger. He fell asleep. So Mummy Tiger tucked him in and turned around to Bush Baby. So Bush Baby disappeared into the jungle before Mummy Tiger was able to tuck her up too. His best friend out of them all was the Bush Baby, who was the least expected to see at nighttime. Okay, so we went through all the things. We went through our story, guys. I hope you had fun imagining at home. But I've got 2 more tasks for you to do at home. All right. So I'm going to set you 2 imagination tasks for you to do at home right now. You're going to create your own movements. So I've been showing you different movements to do during the activity today. I'll allow you to change them to do whatever way you wanted to do them at home. But this time I want to give you complete control over what it is you want to do. All right. So I'm going to set you a task. Then you're going to go away when I give you a minute to do it. And then you're going to come back and I'm going to set you another task. Okay. These tasks are going to be about movements. So we've been concentrating on the bird and the flapping the wings. We've concentrated on the flamingo, which was balanced on the one leg. We've also looked at the hippo, which was splashing through the water, an elephant on his trunk. Then we had a frog and how they jumped. We looked at the monkey. We had a bunny rabbit who was hopping around the jungle with little tiger. We had a frog, like I said before, but we had a crab also. Okay, so that was all the animals we've done and different types of movements we've looked at. We've tried to reenact them. I'm going to set you something now. It's not going to be an animal, okay? I want to set you a task of pretending you're in outer space, okay? So there's no gravity. You're going to be moving a lot slower, and you're not going to be moving like humans. I want you to set you a task of moving around the moon like an alien would, okay? So this time, I'm not going to show you what I think it is. I'm going to allow you to go off for, let me see, I'll give you 1 minute to go off to come up with movements, and I want you to move around your house like this, okay? After the minute, I'll show you what I think a tiger look or an alien look like, and we can compare. All right, you guys can see what was different about yours and what was different about my movements, just to get you thinking creatively. Okay, so off you go. I'll give you a minute from now to go and act like you're walking like an alien on the moon. Off you go, guys. Okay, 30 seconds left. Now really think about how your arms are going to be moving, how your legs are going to be moving. Are you going to be jumping? Are you going to be hopping? Are you going to be crawling? All right. So think of all these things while you're doing it. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. And I hope you're all thinking really creatively and using your imagination to the best of your ability. So while you're off doing yours, I was having a little think of what way I would move if I was an alien walking on the moon. Okay? So I pictured having really big, long arm movements, okay? And I pictured his legs moving really slow because he's on the moon, all right? So I don't know if you've ever seen astronauts, but they don't walk like humans do. They do it a lot slower, all right? So I pictured big, long legs and big, long arms walking across the moon. So I'm not sure what yours might have looked like at home, guys, but it could be completely different, and that's okay. That's brilliant. So don't worry about that. The last one I want to say is pretend you're a human being completely under the water in the deep blue sea. Okay? So I'm going to let you decide whatever way you would move around the room as if it was filled with water. All right? So I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to go around the room, and I'm going to bring you back and show you what I would do if I was going around the room covered in water. Okay? So obviously go 30 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the way that I would move around the room, if I was covered in water, obviously if you're underwater, guys, you're not going to be breathing, so I'm going to have a mouth shut. You might even have your cheeks like this, all right? So if I was moving, I would do big, long strokes through the water, okay? Maybe going low for some, maybe jumping up high, all right? Or you might even pretend that you're diving into the ocean and then you're moving around, okay? So if I was diving in, I would stand up tall and I would dive in the water, okay? So I'm not sure what yours look like at home, guys. Oh, but we'd love to see someone. So if you have any little videos or clippets of your movements, please send them in. We love to hear from you guys, and we can't have you here for our summer camp or our midterm camp, sorry. So we're doing it virtually, and I hope you enjoyed the session online. So this was for the 5 to 8-year-olds in our Boredom Buster Pack, and the next session is going to be from the purple side for the 9 to 12-year-olds. Okay, so this first bit was for 5 to 8-year-olds. We go live later for the 9 to 12-year-olds. So keep an eye on our YouTube and our Instagram channels, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks, guys.